It's time for the Creative Real Estate Podcast, your source for out-of-the-box real estate investing strategies, brought to you by realbluespruce.com.
Welcome back to the Creative Real Estate Podcast. I'm Adam Adams. I'm glad that you're here. Today is July 13th, episode number 82, and as it is July 13th, that means it's my sister's birthday. She turns 35 today. So, little sis, happy birthday. I love you. All right, guys, so also on July 13th, a couple cool things happened. So, the source of the Mississippi River was first discovered by an American geographer named Henry Schoolcraft on July 13th, back in 1832. Also in 1930, it was the first ever World Cup competition begins in Uruguay, which is very interesting because as I'm recording, I was watching a little bit of the World Cup today. So it's interesting that it's been around so long. I want to share with you a couple events, and then I'm going to get into sharing the 3 reasons why I think you should start with multifamily. You should start in apartments instead of starting with houses. I want to share you those 3 reasons. But first, let me give you a couple events that are coming up. On the next episode of the podcast, episode 83, Todd Dexheimer is going to be coming on, and he's got a bunch more creative ways that he got into multifamily sooner. So he started raising money through private investors, and I asked him in detail a lot of the questions on how he did that. So be listening on for the next episode. I think that'll be a lot of value to you. Want to remind you, Neats on Moseri is going to be in Denver on July 21st. I'm still trying to keep that to be a free event, okay? It's an all-day Saturday event, and I'm trying to make it free for you. It's going to be tons and tons of content, way amazing, honestly, and Neatson's flying in from Florida to come and share a lot of his experiences. Kaaren Hall's on July 24th, so come learn a little bit more on how to self-direct on July 24th. I'll be in Las Vegas on August 2nd with Khleif for our mastermind group. We meet 3 times a year, and so if you are in Vegas and you want to get together on August 2nd or around that time, please let me know. Just send me an email to adam@realbluespruce.com, and let's get that scheduled. And then on August 3rd, I'll still be in Vegas, but John Hyre, I'm so sad I'm going to miss this. John Hyre is the number one attorney for self-directed IRAs, and he's going to be actually in Denver on August 3rd. I'll leave that link below. And then, hey, if you're in Chi-Town, August 24th, I will be at a 3-day event with Khleif, and there is something that I'm just not allowed to share with you yet. Rod wants you to learn it when you're at the event. But it's a very, very good thing. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's not even an offer. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it's fantastic. So now we are to these 3 reasons why starting with apartments is a good thing for you. Number 1 is the demand for apartments will continue to increase, okay? They are not making any more land, and they are making more babies. As a result, apartments are a very safe investment. They have been for hundreds of years, and they will continue to be for hundreds more. A bonus little thing for me to let you know is, just in case you're worried about the next correction, I just want to share with you something that happened in the last correction with apartment buildings. Yes, when a lot of people were losing their houses, to foreclosure, still there was something spectacular with the apartment industry, and that was those loans that Fannie Mae made and Freddie Mac made still had less than a 1% default rate in the worst of times. Back in 2006, 7, 8, 9, and 10, there was never a time when Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac on apartment investments, there was never a time that they went more than a 1% default rate. They always stayed under. So that kind of shows, and you can't say for sure that history is the future. However, I just want to share with you that among all the asset classes, multifamily performs very, very well in a recession, in a depression. People need somewhere to live, okay? So if you're investing in certain different types of commercial real estate, I would say that multifamily is the safe one, and you will know this too if you just think about it, right? If you had a choice of stopping to pay your rent for your business or stopping to pay your rent for your living, maybe you would choose to live and work from your same apartment, right? Or live and work from home. Most people, most human beings, psychologically, need to have a place over their head. It's very, very normal, and it's been happening since the caveman industry. The last thing we're going to stop paying for is the roof over our heads. And because the way that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac underwrite the deal with a conservative DSCR, that's the main reason why the multifamily didn't have the same types of foreclosure status as the houses. All right, so that's number one. The demand for apartments will continue to increase. Number two, asset class of apartments is very understandable. Okay, it's easy to understand that somebody lives there, breathes there, sleeps there, eats there. And if you're going to be raising money for a deal, that is an absolute bonus. However, at the same time, it sounds like a much larger type of investment, which tends to scare some investors away. So what that means to you is if you can get involved, you're going to have a very easy time raising money because it's understandable. But a lot of people are not going to get involved because the asset class seems to overwhelm them because it's a little bit bigger. But let me just assure you, it's just adding another zero, okay? It's turning 1 unit into 10 units. It's turning 500,000 into 5 million. And that's the only thing that you're doing is just adding a zero. And as a result, you're actually making it safer. Which brings us into number three, because money is readily available, both debt and equity. Number three, money is readily available to be involved in this asset class. Banks, as well as your equity partners, if you're doing syndications like me, it's very easy for us to raise the money. As an example to that, we raised, we raised 8 figures on this last deal, and it took a matter of weeks to raise 8 figures, right? So just want to give you the hope and the truth to know that this asset class is one that you could get started in today. And just like that experience that we shared last week with Riley actually just brought us a deal, and he didn't need to do anything else except for bring the deal. And he helps make decisions. He has a limited slot in that general partnership where he helps make decisions. He helps guide the bus. Legally, we need to do that. But he was able to get in an 83 unit, and he doesn't have to be the main manager. He doesn't have to come with liquidity, equity, and he kept his full-time job. This stuff is fantastic. That's why I love multifamily syndications, because it is a team sport, and we can all kind of work together. And what's interesting is the bigger the price, the easier it is to get into. What that means is you can raise equity much, much faster and easier if it's a higher price of equity. So if you're just trying to raise money for a $5 million deal, there's going to be a few people interested. But if you're raising money for a $50 million deal, there's going to be a lot of money that really needs to get into that deal. So the bigger you go, it kind of gets easier. And it's just, as I said, it is easier than single family, but you make more money. So it's easier, but you're making a little bit more money. So it's a team sport. It's actually a lot of fun. But the main 3 reasons: the demand, it's easy to understand, and money is readily available. Thank you for listening. Until next time, guys, think outside the box. Hey guys, I wanted to share something with you. Khleif's invited me and some other members of our multifamily mastermind group to join him in Chicago for a 3-day event for apartment investors who are looking to get that slight edge to skyrocket their success. I'm about to share a link with you. It's also in the show notes, because I truly want to see you join us in Chicago. It's rodkhleif.com/Adam Adams. The event is super affordable, but using that link will allow you to save an additional 20 to 30% off your ticket. I'd love to see you put yourself in the top 1% of successful multifamily syndicators by taking action right now while the prices are still low. Go to rodkhleif.com/Adam Adams.